Okay, Brown Eyed Girl, Stone Cold Pop Classic from Van Morrison. It's not a super difficult tune. There's a couple tricky things, especially right at the beginning, but not super difficult. The main thing is just getting that bright, happy vocal line going along with the chords. That's really the main thing. All right, so the beginning, this is the trickiest part. So what I've done in the beginning is that I've got the bass line going as well as the chords, and I'm muting it just a little bit, just to make the bass pop out just a little bit more. So the first three notes are like that. You notice I'm using my thumb on the third. I found it to be, for me, the most convenient. You don't have to, but this is what I'm doing. Get the B under it on that last bit, like that. I found the thumb there to be most convenient. If not, you can certainly do it like this. It just involves a lot of switching, that's all. So the thumb, if you can get the thumb there, it helps a little bit. Then the next part is the really tricky part. So I'm still muting just a little bit, and here, instead of the regular C, because I'm not playing the D string at all, I'm just using this. If you can do that big stretch. Like that. There's a lot going on in that bar there. And kind of funny fingerings. Again, that's what I found to work out the best. If you don't want to do all the chord partials, you can just do the bass and the melody note. There's nothing wrong with that either. You could just do. Or. That'd be fine also. But if you want to do the whole chords, this is the whole intro. Then the last part of the intro. Here I'm not using my thumb because of what comes after it. Okay, then you repeat the whole thing, that whole thing entirely. Yep, and then you're into the song. So if you get that first part down, the rest is really pretty easy, at least this first verse. And I won't do the backbeat. Again, I've got the backbeat going, but I won't bother doing it. So those little double stops are really nice to give it a bit of bounce and a bit more interest. So what I'm doing usually after the vocal line is I'm just filling in this little kind of bluesy riff in G. Kind of goes like that. Then the end of it before the chorus. Then this very recognizable guitar part. Then this is another very recognizable guitar part. Nice if you can get it down at the end of it, right before the second verse. Okay, second verse, I'm now doing up an octave. There's some fairly big stretches here, but I like setting it up an octave. If you want to, you could certainly do the second verse like the first, down the first octave, but I'm doing it up here. Note the bass line there. I'm playing a D, but then I'm going down to the fifth, to the A, just to keep the motion going. that's a big stretch there. You could also just do a single note over the D root. Then again. It's really nice if you can accentuate each part of that in both octaves. And we used to sing, yep. Now this part, with the background vocals, da 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 da, that you really want to get a nice little bit of bounce in here. So I'm really kind of I'm almost giving it a bit of a reggae beat almost with the right hand. So I'm muting it just a little bit, muting it. That is not letting them ring out, kind of chopping them short. Then the bass solo, which is a lot of fun. So I'm hammering on there. And then what I did I did hammer-ons on the left hand, on the notes, while tapping on with the right, just on the guitar, some little percussion. You can do that if you want to. I think it's a nice effect if you can do the hammer-ons. If not, you could certainly just play it. Or if you want to do the percussion and the hammer-ons on the left. Like that's how I did it. Just a bit of rhythmic interest at the end. Okay. Then the third verse, much like the first, back in the first octave. That lecherous little line there really stands out. So to make it stand out even more, I'm using the open B string in conjunction with the fretted B. That's the "My, how you have grown." Just makes it ring out a little bit more rather than. Sometimes I'm overcome. Just a quick hammer on, pull off. And the rest is a repeat of the first verse and the chorus. Except that with the lead up to it, do you remember when I did octave? Now I'm doing this up an octave. And then I'm going back to that kind of reggae, back in the first position here, or back at the lower octave, to finish out the song. Ending with a big G chord. All right, hope this all makes sense to you. Please let me know if you have any questions. All right, thanks so much.